You guys just missed a bunch of barking. And then of course, when I turn the camera on, she stops. This is Misty. She's just under 2 years old.
Wow,
found down in like South Carolina as a puppy with her litter with her mom on the road. Adopted. Her current family has had her for about 7 months. And the main problems are excessive barking, especially when people come into the house, pulling on the leash, some destruction when left out, not listening. They do take her, they have a place at the beach, they take her and he will let her off leash because she has a big pack drive. She wants to be around the other dogs. And he knows if the other dogs are staying close to their owners, like she'll stay close too, but definitely no recall. And main goals, needs an out command because she'll pick stuff up on the walks, and although she lets him pry it out of her mouth, sometimes it's really gross and he wants a way for her to drop it. And obviously just all the commands, a way to stop the barking, a nice walk, a nice recall, and maybe a way to regulate play, because when she does play, it's really rough.
hi.
So right now we're just getting to know her. She was a little skittish at drop off, you know, just kind of like aloof, but very friendly. Gets car sick, has to have medicine for the cars. Josh is starting with a recall. Josh is starting with that tone recall. You see her go, "What's that?" If she could talk, she would say, "What is that? I just heard a beep. What does that mean?" This session, she's actually learning it means come to the person calling her. And Josh will beep with the tone, and she'll say, "What's that?" And then he'll stim, and she says, "What is that?" And then here comes the verbal and the hand signal, and then it turns off when she gets to him.
You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah.
Oh, and she's broken out of crates before.
What's that?
Breaks out of crates.
Mm-hmm. That's a good girl.
So now we're just continuing recall reps and waiting for commitment. Every time she walks away, the rep starts over again. So in this session, she's really learning a recall and a stay.
Oh, wow. She's a good girl. Yeah. Oh, yes. Wow. Hi. Hello. She's a good girl. Hi, how are you? Good. How are you doing today? You're a good girl. Good girl. It's really nice. Good. Good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good, good, yeah. So a number of those recalls would have been fine for most everybody, but if you really look, there was no, the commitment wasn't there the way I wanted to. So this one she committed fully, and that's when I said good, and I stopped asking for another one. So basically in the beginning here when I'm doing these recalls, I'm not stopping the asking for the recall, like if they go in a wrong position or if they come to me and start walking away, until I get exactly what I want, which is commitment.
Yeah.
That state of mind that they give gets associated with what that beep means. Come and stay. And
So it'll start over again, see?
She's already going.
She's so cute.
The sniffing is her starting to be interactive with the environment, and with the recall and a stay, no interaction. It's the command and being passive, not interactive with the environment. When I say the release, she can be interactive again. So it's that state of mind needs to come along. Otherwise, we're going to have a dog who knows commands, but she's what you would describe as fussy.
Look at that. Perfect.
She'll sit, but she'll wiggle.
Perfect. Look at her. She's been nothing but sweet so far.
So that's how we capture that state of mind into the commands. We describe to them, it's not just a physical position, it's a state of mind too, which is calm and passive. Passive is important. Not interact. They learn, now's not the time to be interactive with the environment, whatever that may be. It could be people, dogs, squirrels, grass, it doesn't matter. Whatever environment we're in. Passive. Let it happen around you. When I release you and tell you to go explore, then you can be interactive. That separation is what keeps calm and compliant here. Look, good. Wow. I want to take the other one. I want to take the one where she came to me. This is me getting the brain to go where I needed to go with the association. I wasn't okay with coming to me, but the brain's still wandering. And see, the brain starts to wander. So we're going to get it. She's a puppy, but this is going to mature her and her level of being able to pay attention and chill without, see? So this is how we start.
Nice job.
Well, you'll see eventually she'll either sit or something, and she'll, in her own way, to commit further. There's a stubbornness right there. Yeah. Good. Okay. So I only said that, see? Little firmer one. Look. See it? If you don't know what you're looking for, then you think I'm a crazy person. But she's not, this circle is her. I look like I'm doing the circle, but I'm hitting it just the time where she's starting to veer away. She's causing the circle by not committing. Because she could easily just go boom, right? But no, she's doing this. So the one gets to high and now settle it down. Good. Okay? That's a necessity right there for this to be, this to actually work. Okay. Get away with that one for now, but not after that. Okay? How you doing? How you doing, baby girl? Now these dogs are so aware of this type of conversations back and forth about who's leading, about hierarchy. So when she started to be resistant, which is totally common and normal and happens with every dog, eventually they're like, yeah, I'm not playing the game anymore. It's not because it's not fun necessarily, or it's not her favorite thing to do. It's also because she understands that I'm asking for control within the relationship. So I'm asking our relationship dynamic to be one where I get to call the shots, which is what you want as the owner. That's all the complaints of every dog that's ever come through here is because they don't listen. So we need the ability to say, hey, don't do that, do this. We need to be able to do that to change the responses. And she understands that, just like all these dogs here, they understand we're talking hierarchy when we're using these commands, and that's why they don't want to do it. Naturally, the brain is going to buck against that until you prove that you are the one that they should be listening to.
Oh, look at her.
Get away with this one right now, but not in the future, unless she's offered. Okay, but this does, if she can kind of elicit things from me, if she can come to me and like get me to do
tug on your sleeve, yep.
Then we're more equal. And what equal does is she speaks her opinion, so we're voting.
Democracy.
We vote. And
yes.
if we're voting, it's going to be very messy when we're out here and I need to be making a decision, stop this, do this. She'll be, well, I'd rather do this and that. And now we have a back and forth, which we call attitude. So this is whether she's aware of it or not, this is a form of manipulating the relationship a little bit, right? So like, charm is a way to lessen punishment or to even avoid punishment altogether. So you'll see a dog after they get in trouble, they'll use charm because it's a skill they learn that is valuable. They can actually avoid you falling through with consequences. It doesn't work anymore, right? A leader, the hard part about being a leader, now this is what I tell them. No. So she got that message, right? She said, okay, I get it. Now is she gonna push again and do what I just told her I didn't like? We'll see. And then I correct. Alright, good go. She's 7 months, but I need her to mature into an adult properly, so we need to start doing what is natural within the pack. Start correcting and directing. Okay? Can she be corrected and directed? If the answer is no, we don't have any way of influencing her properly. If she can be corrected and directed, then she's a follower. She's listening to you. Good. Good. That's a nice lady. Okay, good job, honey girl. That's a good girl. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hello. Any other dogs in the house?
No, but I think he mentioned, I don't know if it's his daughter's dog. There was another dog, and they were playing so rough, they had to separate them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is another thing that you can do. You can So I'm not letting that happen, but for whatever her motivation is to wrap around me. Good. And in a couple of days, here comes the jump. She thought about it, and then she remembered me saying I didn't like it. Good. So then what's left? A mature stand and stay, or even a sit I would take. Just waiting for the next stretch or just chill. This is good. This is commitment. She wraps around here, it's so that she can be doing her own thing, right? Good. Even if it would be for her to be insecure and want to hide behind me, I don't want that either. So, good. Very important that we do this right through this process because she's so young. We can actually have a huge impact on the way she behaves when she leaves here. If I can just consistently describe the responses that I want from her, the brain does take over eventually, and it gives those responses almost without thinking. Okay, good, and that's the good stuff. That's when you're going with very good results. Good. So look at how hard it is for her to stay and just wait.
It's very hard. She's used to having free roam.
Listen, this is what we would do. Everybody would do with this.
Hold the leash. Yep.
Which is fine. She would still be here. She'd still be right here because I'm doing this, right? But I'm restraining her, and that's the only thing that's if I drop that, she's gone. So it's not training, right? That's restraining. There's a difference between the two there. So right here, what I find very interesting is early on, just like just about every dog that comes through here, early on, she's smart. She caught on to what I was
Look
asking,
at her.
what the recall means. But all that flirting with the boundary is a way of trying to, okay, I'll do what you say, but I want a little wiggle room.
Yes.
And what I'm doing is closing that box and saying, no, just a recall.
Yep.
No recall, and then sniff over here, then go over to this angle. Just a recall. No recall, then run away. Not just a recall. Just a really simple behavior from here to here. They understand. If I give that to you, that means you're going to leave. I can't give that for free. Okay. Good girl. We're gonna release it here.
Great. Good girl. Wow.
Hey. So our motivation is the door. Hi, Rig. How are you? Wait.
Oh, and also she humps.
Okay. Stay. I just want to see how that stays.
Yeah, she humps dogs.
She humps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is interesting.
Dominance. Yep.
Yeah.
Real rough play and
She's so small, so that's probably where the dominance is coming.
Yeah.
Or the rough play could be a sign that she wants the dog to soften enough where she can then do some type of dominance ritual. Sometimes it's not humping, sometimes it is humping. Sometimes it's just, with the head lowered, smelling the belly kind of thing. And the other dog might have been getting a little worked up because the dogs know when you're trying to hump them.
Yes, they do.
Even if the owner doesn't know, the dogs know what's up.
The dogs know, yeah.
And it's not always about humping. Sometimes they do it just, they want a posture. They want a submissive posture. Okay? Good girl.
Be very respectful.
That's
good
smart
girl.
She feels very, what's the word that I'm trying to, I want to say smart, but perceptive.
Yeah.
She's picking up on little cues, so she got some street smarts, which is cool, which is nice. So she's picking up on my body language very clearly. Good. She's present for that.
Good girl.
Very good. Another good thing I noticed is that once I started correcting her and directing her, I didn't see any violence or fighting.
Very
sweet. This is good. So far, it's looking
good stuff. Yeah, I like her size too.
She's
very compact.
She's been really good. But let's take a dog out though. Let's see what's up. This is a male dog who also does dominant rituals when we don't allow it.
There's the natural arc. They want to sniff each other.
That's good. She's
looking at Josh.
She's not nervous of him at all. She's watching me because she sees that I was able to kind of have that leadership position. So if she tries to take it, she might assume that I might come over. That's good. See, she wouldn't be letting him. She would be a lot less submissive than that.
Look, she's just looking at you. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send him away. Good. So she can see that I can control the other dogs. This is good. Okay, this is good.
You know Dewey Beach, where we go to the beach every year?
Yeah.
You know dogs are allowed
That's nice.
in the summer before, I think 10 a.m. She loves it. She runs around, she plays with the other dogs. A little rough, and he doesn't have confidence that she'll come back. But she sticks close to the dogs. So he knows if she's around a dog, he can reach and grab her.
Yeah, because I ain't catching this dog.
No.
She's too fast.
But she does have pack drive.
It would be nice to have a solid recall, and it would be nice to be able to correct things that you don't like so that they start to go away.
Yep.
So she can play and then get corrected for playing rough if you know what you're doing, and then step back out to play, and they'll cap the intensity, and then her play style will be more appropriate.
Yeah.
That's part of developing her. See, what would happen, so she's seeing that I sent him away, big brownie points for me. And her brain is saying, if he can control me and the other dogs, he must be the guy.
He's the guy.
So all those messages are being sent. So what I was going to say is, when she's young, what happens in a normal environment with just dogs and no humans involved, she would get corrected. She's only 7 months. She would get
no, just under 2.
Oh, just under 2 years. Okay.
2 years old.
She would have been corrected, and still will be corrected by other dogs for those behaviors. But if you're hanging out with like a softer crew that's not giving you that, she's going to think that she can do it, and she's going to be up here in the hierarchy. But it's interesting is the human can actually correct that too. That's why I love the dog, is because we can be part of the pack.
Yeah.
So we can behave like that too. And once we start behaving like that, which is natural for them to just literally just correct and direct and move on, don't make a big deal about it, just, correct it, and then let her settle down and have her go back out. She'll stop doing it, and she'll develop more appropriately, and she'll have better friends and better relationships with her dog friends, because she's not always trying to
dominate.
That ruins the vibe.
Yeah.
And she'll do it to the wrong dog one day, and it will not be a pretty thing. Because some dogs do not tolerate that, and if they see a little bit of that coming their way, they will be big consequences, right? So she could get her little butt beat up, or she could get into a scuffle and win it, but either way, somebody's getting hurt. So we'll let her play here. You can already see she's altering her behavior because there's a leader, right? So think of it this way. If we were all cruising around on the highway and I had a bunch of my friends, and I'm young and dumb and having a good time, I'm probably going a little over the speed limit. I'm probably got the music up a little too loud. We're probably doing some of the things that aren't wise. But then we see a couple cops right here. And what do? We change our behavior.
Yep.
All of a sudden we slow down, turn the music down, everybody buckle up, right? We alter our behavior. So you can actually be that authority figure where they alter the behavior around you. And the cool thing is a couple weeks of living like that, the brain doesn't become the responses. They stop thinking. You can actually alter the responses. So I already see her being like, okay, stop speeding, we just passed the cop, right? You can see that. So she's not being what she would normally be doing at home. Sparky. Good. Very concerned about me and my relationship to the world and going through me. So this is good signs. These are good signs. I have a unique opportunity to describe to her exactly our relationship and what's expected of her, because she's really paying attention to that. Good. Good. I have a feeling that she would normally do a strong interaction. I have a feeling she would normally go right up to the dog and start the ritual right away. I think she doesn't want to express that because it might bring a conversation up with me, which is right, and so she just leaves it, which is, respectable. Go. Her new way of living is with a leader, so it's her owner, and she gets permission for the things she wants instead of just going for them. So if there's a dog here, she looks up at me and I either say, yeah, go ahead, or no, stay back with me. And goes for anything else in her life. And that's a state of mind, and it makes living with a dog, so much easier. It can go from difficult and stressful to easy and enjoyable. For as easy as it can be with a dog. Dogs are still some level of stress to one degree or another. Something will happen. Some days you'll have these off days, right? Somebody gets sick, and then, but most of the time it's pretty enjoyable living with a dog, and the stress is lowered because they have their way of making us happy when they listen.
Yeah.
Boy, everything's better with a dog that listens, Good. This is going fine, but the big one's going to be the door. So I'm going to say don't cross the door, and then she's going to make a choice whether or not she wants to listen to that. And then we'll rinse and repeat until her response is listening and staying, and then we go, and And we'll do this daily until it's not a problem anymore. Alright? So, the other dogs are here for an example, so she can even copy them if she wanted to. Stay.
That's not stay.
Go correction, come back in, go girl. Good. These are a little bit of puppy lessons here that she's getting a little late. Not as late as some dogs, but she would have been for getting these much younger. But look, she's dealing with them well. I don't care about the mistake. Come here, honey. Come here, honey. The mistake is not what concerns me. What I'm concerned about is how does she take correction and direction. And for me, it looks good. Good girl. No. So watch, I want an alternative to that. I want an alternative to that, more mature. Good. I like that. Good. Good. Love.
Dang, good
what I
girl.
did, that's where the pets came in. Good. I like that sit. That's more commitment. Yeah, is it turned away from me? Yes. It's not the most ideal, but it's still a sit where she was giving a tense stand. Good. It's nice.
Good girl.
She's a good girl, isn't she? So this is very good. So then back to the door. Stay.
Wow.
Beautiful. Good.
Wow.
That state of mind right there is what I live for. That's gorgeous.
Good girl.
She's having an interaction with Sparky, so let's see.
We're gonna recall her
She's trying to ignore
inside.
her. Alright, we'll recall here. See how she responds to it. Come on, guys. Hey!
There's the beep.
That's a good girl. I love
Yay!
it. I love that. Good girl. Can you stay? I'm going to catch that stay early and see what she does with that. Good stay. Ooh, that's good. She's really altering what she would normally be doing, would be going around me. Good. Good. Eye contact would be great. There we go. She's kind of staring. Good, good, good. That eye contact is pretty. That's what I pet. Notice I'm using that pet to mark and to give a reward for what I like. So I'm not just giving it randomly or for free. She gave me that eye contact to use it to let her know. That was awesome. So I'll get more of that. I'll get more of that as we go on here. Stay. She seems to know. Good. She seems to know what that means already. It's no surprise being almost 2 that they've heard the word stay probably. We've probably heard some of that stuff. Good. Break.
Good girl.